Hey guys, Ramsey here. Welcome to another live stream. So, happy Easter, everybody. It's actually the day before Easter, but I spent today with family. So, me and my little one and my family got together and we celebrated Easter. And so it was a fantastic day, beautiful weather here in North Texas. And so I got home from a long day and I said, what better thing to do than a stream? I did a live stream. Let's go, Dushan says. That's right. I did a live stream just yesterday with January Scent Project's John Biehl. That was fantastic. Other than the first 5 minutes of tech issues, it was a great stream. I loved kind of hearing his take on things, and I like having people like that on. I found that the interviews, it's something that I enjoy doing. I feel kind of blessed to get to talk to people like that, if you will. So, it was good. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. So today we're doing a blind sniffing, and this is thanks to Armando the Great, Armando the Fair. We've got the key, and I've actually been sitting on this since I did the first half of the blind sniffing, and I kind of came down with a cold. I had to travel for work. It was just a whole bunch of things that kind of plotted against me from doing part two, and I'm still not completely I'll probably, I would say my nose is at 80%, but 80% is good enough. We've got six of these blind sniffs that we're going to talk about. I have no clue what these are. I don't know whether they're vintage, niche, cheap, expensive, nothing, absolutely nothing about them. And actually, that's my favorite way of smelling perfume. I've talked about this before, but I think whenever you smell something blind, it just kind of removes all of the preconceptions you have, whether it be about the brand, the price of the fragrance. Sometimes even just knowing the price can, make you sway one way or the other, because you might think it's expensive. You might think it has good ingredients, that's why I like smelling stuff completely blind, knowing nothing about it, not what decade it's from, not whether it was marketed towards men or women, not, whether it's supposed to be an Oriental or what the blurb, but even the blurb that you read can, I think, influence what you smell. So this is my favorite way to smell perfume. And I found a lot of gems doing it this way. So thanks to Armando for setting this up. This will be a lot of fun. So first of all, what's everyone been wearing? I will tell you that today I wore a fragrance that I'm actually thinking about selling. I'm not a fan of this. I keep giving it a chance. Well, this is only the second time I've given it a full wear, but I've worn it to bed multiple times. And honestly, I don't know. I don't know about this house, to be honest with you. They only have one fragrance that I really like, the House of Luban, and it's this. This is by far, I think, the best thing that they did at period. This is Idole de Luban, and I have a backup of this. If I'm going to wear, this is the Eau de Toilette that's discontinued. If I'm going to wear one from this house, honestly, I would rather it be this. But I wore today, I wore this, which is called Upper 10. And Upper 10, some people say, kind of smells, or some people say refers to the upper 10% of society, the upper crust of society. And some people say it refers to the original colonies, the first 10 colonies. I don't really know. I don't know what upper 10 really refers to, but either way, the fragrance is like this kind of fuzzy, peachy, vanillic, kind of hazy smell. And the leather is there, but it's almost like you're smelling. You ever been to one of those like Western shops that sell like turquoise jewelry and like Indian style artwork and stuff like that, and they have these leather or pleather, if you will, purses, and it almost feels like a mix between suede and leather. That's kind of what the leather in this feels like. It feels like a blend between suede and leather, but cheap. It smells like cheap to me for some reason. I just, if I'm going to wear a leather fragrance, just give me a leather I love. I honestly think that with my collection as big as it is, I shouldn't be suffering through something I don't really love just for the sake of it, because I have it. So I'm thinking about maybe selling this, but I need to do a video on it first. it would be foolish of me to sell something like that before putting out a video. So I need to do a video on it and then probably dump some stuff. I need to start knocking some of that out, make some room for some of the new stuff coming. Good evening, Paroli. Thanks for being here, brother. What's everyone wearing? What's your scent of the day? Drop your scent of the day in the chat. Tell me what you've been doing for Easter, if you celebrate Easter. If you've got plans for Easter. Amber Absolute Time. Yes, that's right. I haven't even sprayed it. I tell you this. I wore Snap Cap Interlude to bed last night, and I sprayed it on at about 8 in the evening. Okay. So Interlude, when I was done with my live stream with John Biehl, I sprayed this on as my scent of the night. And I woke up at 8 the next morning, so 12 hours later, and then I took a shower at 9 this morning, and I could smell this clear as day. So one thing I will say is that the smell, and I'll do a full comparison video, but the smell between the one that I have, which is still older because it has the Interlude on the side, and it has the Interlude right here on the collar. But it's the magnetic cap, the initial one that I had. The difference in smell is actually not that much. But I would say 6 to 8 hours, this is actually kind of starting to disappear. This thing, the longevity is out of this world. Someone left me a comment and they said, Interlude's not known for its longevity. It's known for its like projection and how beast mode it is while it's still going. But this one is kind of both. That might be the difference with the Snap Cap, is it just seems like, God, the intensity of this just does not die down. And I was 13 hours in, and I ended up having to hop in the shower and scrub it off because I had to get ready for the day today. But yeah, I just scrubbed the shit out of it. I'm curious to see how long this would last. Like, I would love to do a test one day where I just spray this on, wear it as my scent of the day, not reapply, and just see how long this thing would last. I bet you it would be forever. This could be a 24-hour fragrance the way it feels. Crazy longevity. Oh, amazing stuff. The differences in smell, though, are really not that much. Not at least from what I noticed, but maybe if I do a side-by-side, which I didn't do yesterday, I'll pick up more stuff. Hey, Enrique, what's going on? Thanks for being here. Hello. Rizzle D. What's happening, man? Thanks for being here, brother. Scent of the evening, Mouchoir de Monsieur. Wow, a beauty. That's good stuff, Mike B. A classic. I love it. Good evening, Kevin. How's Lakeland, Florida treating you? That's why they put 80% on perfume bottles. Scent of the night, Amouage Jubilation 25, non-magnetic, to celebrate Ramsey's finding of that one. Man, I'll tell you what. I am very tempted to wear this one tomorrow. This or Amber Absolute or maybe Roja's Oman feels like it needs to be on the hit list. But I have so many fragrances I want to test too. That's the problem. Like, I have so many samples I want to get through and talk about for the channel. Like, I'm always torn because I want to knock some of this out for you guys on one hand, but then on the other hand, I'm like, I just want to wear what I want to wear. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that I haven't even sprayed this yet shows how much self-control I have. Oh, insane. Hello. Hey, Michael John, what's going on? Ombre Noir, I almost bought that, but I decided against it. I still might, but I decided against it for now. Hello, fellas. My scent of the day was Salvatore Ferragamo Oud. Poor Homme. Salvatore Ferragamo Oud. Is that this one? I feel like I have that here somewhere. Ah, is it this one? This one right here. This Poor Homme Oud. Is this discontinued, by the way? Does anyone know? I love these bottles, these little twist bottles. The original Salvatore Ferragamo Pour Homme from 1999 is discontinued, according to Parfumo, anyways. But I don't know about this one. I guess if you pick this up for 40 bucks at a discounter, like I did for 100 mil, it's not bad, but honestly, I wouldn't go much more than that. But I've been a little spoiled with oud lately. So if you like the designer ouds, you might actually like this one. Luban with that Zulu head on the top of the bottle. I know. Look at the new bottle, and then look at the original. Look how much more detail this one had. It's I think this bottle's badass. Thameen Fanfare. I've still never smelled a Thameen. Now that Christopher Chong is the creative director, or he's not even calling himself that. He's calling himself like the artistic director or something. I want to smell stuff from the house. Rochas Globe, I like it. Reminds me of Heritage. I like Rochas Globe too. Not much, bro. Hope all is great. It is great indeed. Opium Pour Homme. The EDT or the EDP? I've got the EDP coming from the middle of Poland. I was saying deepest Poland, and Natalia corrected me. She said technically it's the middle of Poland, Ram. It's fair enough. Balenciaga Pour Homme. I love it. Chow, scent of the day. Mitz Man. Oh, man. I'm a huge Mitz fan. One of my biggest regrets is only getting the 50 mil of Mitz, and you can see what a dent I've put in it. My juice is, I don't know, 70%. Oh, it's so good. Such an Amouage fanboy. Is a love for me, especially living in South Florida. Nice. I got to check that out. Jacques Bogart's signature. That's a classic from 75. I love it. Taste of fragrance. Yes. Taste of fragrance. Pure chili, as it's known in the community. But it is technically called a taste of fragrance. Now this is how, oh yes, that's right. The nose is cured. The twisted bottle. Hello, Rich. Speaking of post-2000s, post-IFRA vintage versus current stuff, the differences are mostly in juice concentration watering down rather than the actual smell. Interesting, yeah. That's kind of what I got with the interlude anyways from smelling it. It just seems like it was much more beastly. It has nothing to do with oud. It doesn't have anything to do with oud, does it? They didn't even try. They did not even try. Hey, Geffy, what's going on? Well, we're 13 minutes in. I just purchased Promise. Wow. Now, if you're going to wear something that's beast mode, Ugar, I would much rather you wear Promise rather than any of that unique luxury crap. So yeah, that's you're definitely barking up the right tree with Promise. I love Promise. It's huge. It's amazing. One of the best Cypriol fragrances in my collection. The apple is piercing. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You're gonna have everyone in the room smelling you. You are familiar with Luban? I remember asking your thoughts on a cod. I don't think I've smelled a cod though. I don't think a cod's one of the ones I've smelled, Mr. Inglewood. I did a Luban, was it called Vetiver? Or I have a video on Luban. If you go to my Luban playlist, there's only like 1 or 2 videos in there. But I did one on Vetiver, I think that wasn't bad. The house just doesn't really interest me. I don't know. Maybe if I smell a cod, maybe I'll change my mind, but I haven't really smelled much from the house that interests me other than the thing that they discontinued. I would definitely stick with the EDT if you can find it at a decent price. PDLN2 and Antaeus. Welcome to the chat. Saw Mario Bros. Movie and it brought a big smile to my face the entire time. I highly recommend it. Well, I can't tell you the last movie I've watched. I can't tell you the last movie I've been excited to watch. Hollywood has completely lost me. I just boycott the bastards. But if you say it's good, I will check it out. I think are actually 3 or 4 ducks. This is 3 lives I see today. That's awesome. Musk Kublai Khan. Oh, that's good stuff, Gevy. All right, let me spray this one from my hand while we're chatting. We're going to do number 5 first. And the key is hidden in here. So I have no clue what to expect with number 5. Again, thank you, Armando. Very kind, mate. Let's give this a whirl. Here we go. Oh, no. Got some marker on my hand. My daughter was coloring earlier. I don't want the marker to interfere. The smell of Crayola. Okay. Let's do this. Number 5. Wow. This smells familiar. I feel like I've smelled this before. It's spicy and woody and God, this smells familiar. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those, like, once I hear the name, I'm going to be like, oh man, how did I not know that? I wonder if this is a 90s fragrance. It's reminding me, the woods are reminding me a little bit of something like Rocobar, but it's not Rocobar. I know it's not Rocobar. There's some like ambery, tobacco-y things feels like going on in the base, but it feels very familiar. It feels like it could be familiar, but there's just something throwing it off. Like there's some ingredient in there throwing it off. I wonder if this is one of those, bullshit niche fragrances where they take like a very popular fragrance and do like one of those like one ingredient changes, one note changes and sell it for $500. What is this? It smells very wearable though. I don't think this is anything that is going to be outrageous, like unwearable. God, it smells so familiar though. It's very interesting. Bowmakers, never smelled it. Amber Kiso is my fave from the house. Have you smelled silver from the house of clandestine laboratories, Billy Ocean? Apparently, rumor is Amber Kiso is kind of a copy of silver. I really like silver. One of the more interesting ambers I've ever smelled, but I've never smelled Amber Kiso. I've never smelled Bowmakers. Am I surprised? No. Am I gonna run out and buy it? Hell no. Forget Amouage in there. What they're doing is the guy that's running Amouage right now is just running it like a vampire. He's just living off of Christopher Chong's work from back in the day. They're just exploiting it. They're basically exploiting it. Exceptional extray this and flanker that, and it's bullshit. I dislike 90% of the stuff you like. That's awesome. Hey, that's what makes this hobby great is differing opinions, right? If we all thought the same, it would be boring as hell. I dislike listening to the demis. Man, I was the same. I've never actually watched a demi video. I've only seen a picture of her. And obviously you can tell in the picture that she's a good-looking gal. But I have never actually watched her talk or anything. I don't think I've ever seen a video of her. So I have no clue what her channel's like. I mean, I assume it's shite, but maybe it's awesome. Maybe she's a genius. I don't know. Now your haircut is perfect. Now that it's grown out a bit. Homme to gray for me today. There's something very there's something very 90s about this for some reason. For some reason I'm smelling like this 90s woody vanillic thing. But there's also this kind of woody maybe oudy thing going on too. Or maybe like designer oudy thing, or maybe like niche oudy, but one of those Western ouds, I guess you could call it. I have a feeling this is going to be like a niche, this is going to be like a niche house selling some remake of a vintage fragrance for $500. Good evening, Michael. Thanks for being here. Psyched you're here. Anyone who goes by the handle Magic Talking Taco must be welcomed. 100%. 100%. Brilliant screen name. What's good? What's good in the hood? One of us, indeed. Enjoying the weekend. I managed to get hashish EDT, you lucky bastard. You lucky freaking bastard, Ollie boy. I still do not have a bottle in my possession, but there may be one coming very soon. Hold that thought. Demi always says, I will be honest with you guys, and guess what she does? Not really what she says. Well, I think that's kind of like a tick for some people, Some people say, some people say, and some people say, I gotta be honest with you guys. Usually it's just like a filler word. Demi is not good looking, Liz Morris is. I went back and watched part of my interview to come up with some questions for John Biehl, because I was trying to remember what I asked some of the people like Liz Moores and Mark Sage and Arise Lador and Russian Adam and stuff like that. And I went back and watched that Liz Moore's video, and you're spot on. She looks absolutely beautiful in that video. Aromatics Elixir, don't have it, never smelled it. Unbelievably. I know that'll shock some of you, Joanna, but it's true. God, there's just something about this that seems so familiar. It's going to drive me insane. You know how Rokabar has this blend of like woods with this ambery, almost outdoor quality. And yet I consider it to be very 90s somehow. It's like this balsam fir / benzoin thing, almost like you're smelling an Anique Monardo, almost like you're smelling something like Jaipur Homme, that Anique Monardo DNA, that ambery benzoin thing. But imagine you're mixing it with like cedar or some sort of woods, and also this almost like green balsam, this fir balsam like smell, that's why I thought of Rokabar first. But also there's this vanillic spicy undertone, but there's this kind of designer oud thing that won't go away. It's a little weird. I'm thinking this is like some niche. I'm thinking this is some niche house trying to seem cool. That's my guess. Have you tried Ensar Ouds Ombre 92? No. I would love to. Honestly, I've been a little down the Ensar Oud rabbit hole with some things that I've smelled. I would love to smell EO3 and EO4 and Ambra 92. And I mean, there's so many. If you actually go to his site on Parfumo, go look up Ensar Oud and just click through the pages and see how many fragrances he has. It is out of this world. He's got 1 million. Eau Noir, I've got another 48 hours of bachelorhood and have to enjoy the scents my better half despises. Dude, I think it might be time to put your foot down, Galen. I think it might be time to put your foot down on that one, brother. There are a lot of things that I will give up in a marriage, but not wearing one of my favorite scents is not one of them. I'll stay in the guest bedroom that night. Good evening, Nick. Scent of the day, Amouage Interlude, wearing it after a while, but what a scent. Yes, I wore it to bed last night. I wore the Snap Cap to bed for the very first time, my Snap Cap Interlude, and I'll tell you what, I'm shocked by the longevity of this stuff. It lasts way longer than mine. But the smell is almost spot on. I mean, I think this was maybe a little bit redundant. I'm glad to have it. It'll make a badass video. But dude, I've owned Interlude for, gosh, I don't know, 6 years, 7 years now. And look how little I've used. And whenever Armando sold me his bottle, he said the exact same thing. He's like, dude, look how little I've used in, this is a 2012 bottle. So this is a decade old. And he's like, look how little I've used. You really don't need a backup of Interlude. But here I am with a backup of Interlude. Okay, I got to know what the fuck this is. This is driving me crazy. All right, let's see. Number 5. Where are you? There's number 6. Number 1. We already did number 1. I guess I should have been prepared, huh? I think we did 6 last time. Yeah, we did 6 last time. We did number 2 last time. We did number 3 last time. We did number 4 last time. We did number 7 last time. There's the bonus. There's 9. There's 11. There's 10. Oh, shit. Where's number 5? Ah, there you are, number 5. Trying to hide on me, eh? All right, let me put these back. All right, here's number 5. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see what the hell this is. Wow. Never smelled this. Is this a 90s fragrance? Well, just for the people going, show me what the hell it is. It is Jill Sander Man Absolute. Does anyone? I've seen this when I was searching for Jill Sander fragrances, because I recently bought this. This is Jill Sander Man 3 from 87. I bet you Man Absolute is from the 90s or the early 2000s. How much you want to bet? This is a Pierre Bourdon, by the way. And I think it gets a lot of hate because it kind of smells similar to this. Caesar's Man, or you could even say Dracar Noir or something like that. But it has that Pierre Bourdon freshness, that fruitiness that only he can do in a certain way. And I actually like this. Some people may say it's redundant, Jill Sander Man 3, to, if you already own like Dracar Noir and stuff like that, you probably don't need it, but it's good. Okay, let me see when this Jill Sander Man Absolute came out. 2008. As a lot newer than I thought it was. It's discontinued. Yeah. It does have that weird mixture of cedar and actually there's cedar and violet in Jill Sander Man Absolute. There's also cedar and violet in Rocobar, so maybe that's why I was getting that combination. But there is oud in this, and it is kind of a designery oud. I can't say I've ever smelled a Jill Sander Man fragrance with oud in it. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one. It smells like a 90s fragrance to me, but with oud. I think everything I've said holds true. I also said any Jill Sanders before 1993, any Jill Sanders before this background, to me, is a buy. This is a full bottle buy for me. I just got to find one without getting raked over the coals. You know, Jill Sander Man 1 and 2 are full bottle buy for me's, which I'm looking for. I know I said I'm not going to do any more buys this year, but if I found 1 and 2 in background for a good price, I think I would go for it. And so yes, it's anything before 1993 is a buy for me for Jill Sander. This, I don't know. I think I would just wear Rokobar. That oud is weird. It's weird. That's a good one. That's an interesting find. Armando, I'd love to hear your thoughts on it one day too. Open your tent to share that beauty with us, and I won't help her pack. One of these days, Galen. One of these days. Not too late to change the locks. That's right. It's a keypad. Diaghilev. Oh, God. You lucky dog, Phyllis. Diaghilev is so beautiful. Oh, fuck. Every freaking time I smell it, it's just like, ugh. It's like when they tell Happy Gilmore to go to his happy spot, you know, go to his happy place. And when I smell Diaghilev, it does it for me. That's the Jill Sander that I was requesting that you purchase a few months back. Insane. Insane. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want a full bottle of Jill Sander Man Absolute. I mean, it's discontinued, so I'm sure prices are already through the roof. I don't know if it's worth it. Unless you got this for a really good deal and just kind of fell in love with it. I don't know. I think my description, even though my nose is only at 80%, was pretty spot on. I think it is Rokobar with oud. Honestly, I think it's Jill Sander's take on Rokobar with oud. Even if I open it a week from now, yes, it's insane. I thought that Jill Sanderhouse could do no wrong until I ran into Scent 79 Man. Scent 79 Man. I don't think I know that one. Let me look it up. Scent 79 Man's from 2012 though. Oh, there's two Scent 79 Mans is what is challenging Mr. Englewood. There's actually two. There was one from 2008 and there's one from 2012. Modern Jill Sander is not vintage Jill Sander. It's like two different houses almost. I'm going to put you guys on mute because I got to listen to this message someone left me. Hang on. Okay, that was fun. All right, let's do. You guys kicked me out of my own stream or what? All right, let's do part two. So that was number 5. So number 5. God, this is so much like Rokobar with oud. Okay, so number 5 was Jill Sander Man Absolute. And that is left wrist. All right, we're going to do number 8. Number 8 is going to be right wrist. Oh, this is a vintage. I don't even have to put my nose to it. It's a vintage. Fuck, that's good. This might be one I go buy before I fucking tell you guys what it is. Oh, wow. There's definitely some 80s castoreum in here. It's spicy, though. Also, maybe a little bit of this greenery, maybe a little bit of this Artemisia thing going on in the top. Wow, I really like that. Yeah, it's funny because when you smell it against Jill Sander Man Absolute, you realize how sweet Jill Sander Man Absolute is. It's even though it's 2008, it already has a lot of those modern, masculine Tonka-y, vanilla-y things. This is definitely a vintage, and you just realize how bone dry and unsweet it is. I love it. I love this. Whatever this is, I love it. I said the same thing about Hashish Homme, and all you bastards went out and bought it before I could get a bottle. I might go buy this before I tell you guys what it is. This is good stuff. This is right up Ram Duck Alley right here. I was not ready for Diaghilev when I tested it. It's the first from Roja I tried, and maybe my first Chypre perfume. Go back to it, Omar. Go back to it. It is so good. I actually dread running out of this fragrance. Dread it. I was thinking about trying to hunt down one of the vintage eau de parfums, but Andy told me that the vintage eau de parfums are actually not as animalic as he made the pure parfums, the extrays. So maybe I'll just try to find another bottle like this. I just don't want to pay the prices. They're so expensive. You've tried the best from that house for sure. Oh, that is really good. It's like spicy, leathery, 80s castoreum, but not super animalic. It almost smells like a Jill Sander fragrance itself. It almost smells like Jill Sander Man Pure or something along those lines. If you've smelled Jill Sander Man Pure, you know what you kind of get. You're in the ballpark of what I'm smelling. I think this is an 80s. I think this is an 80s fragrance or early 90s. Early 90s and before, I would say. Yeah, tell Rich Mitch to add me to the Thomas Galen chat. Evening Ram. That's right. Evening Jonathan. Thanks for being here. Good evening. It's your scent of the day, bro. Star of Many, a Hallmark special. Yes, that's right. I haven't had a chance to watch that yet. A Hallmark. You had Holosaurus. Now you're on Hallmark. Maybe you should have been a rapper, Jonathan, in a previous life, coming up with all these synonyms. I forgot what 8 is, but I think it's more recent yet discontinued leather Chypre. Ooh, it's fucking good. It's a leather. If it's a leather Chypre, it's my favorite type of perfume right there. You already nailed it. I love leather Chypres. I am an absolute sucker for a good leather Chypre. Nino Cerruti Pour Homme, Flores 1962, first wear. I really, really liked Fair Play. I think I might wear Fair Play soon. Too cheeky, Galen. Mine is vintage Juby. Took a long time to purchase Diaghilev. Yes. You really do have to cherish it. I'm like, sometimes I'll just come in here and just smell it, not even spray it. Just smell it from the cap. It's so potent. Fuck. Fucking Roja and his $1,000 price tags. One of the best vid titles I've seen in ages. Yeah, Jonathan's good at that. I was shocked to hear Ramsey was done buying this year. I was going to tell him Vintage Guerlain Derby Eagle bottle was a steal. You know, if there's going to be some, all right, look, there's going to be some more hauls coming, okay? But once those hauls are done, then I'm done for sure. But yes, if I find like some vintage Derby Eagle bottle for $100, I'll do it. Absolutely. Can't help myself. Thanks you, Anuj. You're too kind, mate. Too kind. Too kind. Heritage Listerine bottle. What? I need a super chat song so I can compete with some of these other fragrance channels. Super chat. You control the conversation. Can't help myself. Evening Ram sent to the day Heritage EDT Listerine bottle. One of these days I will get a vintage. You have to get a vintage, Pat. Trust me. Trust the Ram. I will not steer you astray. Get yourself a vintage Heritage just like this. Hell, tell Anuj to set aside a bottle for you right now. And you will be a happy Pat Lester. It's so good. We're talking about all my favorites here, like on the side. Interlude, Jubilation, Diaghilev, Heritage. Could easily be a contender for a signature scent if Ram had a signature scent. I feel like I should leave that up for a while. Give Anuj some love. Give him some EnchantéPerfumes.com love. I mean, I'm sure he's probably so busy he doesn't have time to even fill all the orders, but just in case he's not, whenever people ask me who to go to, I always say Anuj, Boadicea, and I used to say Antonio in Italy, but he can't ship abroad anymore. Sad story there. How much? Name the price. Get to the reveal. Yes, that's right. All right, what is number H? The big reveal. It's an REM album, by the way. Reveal. It's a song. Reveal. Could be an album. Number 8 is... Let's open it up. What the hell is this? Biehl Parfumkunstwerke? Does anybody know that? I have never heard of this before. Biehl Parfumkunstwerke. I have to look this up. What are you? Biehl Parfum. ALO3. Wow, they've got some weird... Parfumkunstwerke. Okay. ALO3. Ah, 2011. It's Parfumo says it's still available for purchase there. This smells like an 80s fragrance off just smelling it. They did a hell of a job with that leathery castoreum base. I love this. Is this an expensive house, Armando? I'm putting this on the wish list. It was already on the wish list? How was it already on the wish list and I didn't know what the hell it was? How was that already on the wish list? Unbelievable. That is really good. Can't believe it's from 2011. Last haul in December and then no more for the rest of 23. I've got a couple more coming. Big win tonight. Smell Diageo without spraying it, but tonight, yes. Live a little bit, Phyllis. Nice country music for this Texas fragrance super chats. News does Canada proud. He does. There's no doubt about that. Drink of the night. Biehl did a whole series back in the mid 2010s. I think I have AL03. That's really good. I'm not going to lie. I will say it maybe is losing some of its power faster than you would expect a vintage 80s fragrance to smell. So maybe if I would have continued smelling into the dry down, it would have been a little bit of a giveaway. It was more modern. But man, that opening, that first 15 minutes or whatever it is spot freaking on. I mean, spot on to an 80s Jill Sander, like Man Pure. Spot on. Doing wonderful things. Why have I never heard of this house? Everyone's familiar with it, but me? Did you do a vid on it, Galen? Arturetto Landy is 70-something, so no wonder it smells vintage. Really? He's 70 years old. Holy crap. What else has he done? Let's see. He did some fragrances for a house called Rundholz Perfumes. Never heard of them. Pantheon. Never heard of them. Christian Cavagna. Heard of it. Never smelled any of them. Perfumi del Forte. I have some samples of that house. Never smelled them yet, though. Correterno. Never heard of it. Torri of Tuscany. Never heard of it. Art Landy Profumi. He has his own house. It's literally named Art Landy. Never heard of it. So the guy is kind of in the shadows. I mean, he's done some stuff, but it's all off my radar. Mason Tahiti. I think I've heard of that brand. I think I have some samples somewhere. Rocco Ragni. Never heard of that brand. He's got some weird ass brands he's worked for. Alex Plus. Never heard of that brand. Creator 5 Emotions. What are these? Nope, but I think Christo talked this one up. I mean, he's a good guy to trust. I just busted out Clive Christian X as a Scent of the Night. This is as daring as I get. That is not very daring, by the way. Are you really a magic talking taco, or are you just a talking taco? All right, I'm going to go dig out my bottle. Go do it. Go to the cellar. He's a Schoen did a few for Biehl. Really? Giza Schoen did a few. What are these weird names? Created by Thorsten Biehl, son of the renowned perfumer Henning Biehl. He himself has been developing fragrances for clients in North America and South America, Europe, Asia for 20 years. Giza Schoen, Patricia Cho, Henning Biehl, Mark Buxton. Tendency, uncompromising, their enthusiasm, and they're encouraged to be radical. Okay. Whatever. I'd be down to try more from this house. This is good. This one's good. What can tell if New Guerlain Vetiver is still good? I need my backup, but I'm not sure what to get. That's a good question. I'd probably just go for the Listerine bottle. Probably just because, the markups on those aren't going to be too much yet. I have no clue what the modern version that's in the Lomity Al bottle smells like, Omar. EO02 is also very good. EO02, Mark Buxton and Giza Schoen. Interesting. Bonjour, hey, buongiorno. I heard you did a big video today, Robes. Like 50 fragrances, eh? That's a RAM size video right there, brother. Minimalist packaging and great materials, and the perfumers have carte blanche. This smells like Jill Sander Man Pure, honestly, to me. If you've ever smelled Man Pure from the early 80s, this has a very similar vibe. The note listing is insane. Pineapple, lavender, lime, mint, bergamot, gardenia leaf, lemon, peach, petitgrain, carnation, iris, vermouth, geranium, jasmine, nutmeg, rose, rosemary, star anise, tarragon, lily of the valley, orchid, leather, castoreum, cedarwood, frankincense, white musk, ambergris, labdanum, patchouli, vetiver, and oak moss. I mean, it's spicy and it's leathery. It's my kind of fragrance. Bonjour, Mark. Hey, what's up, Glitch? Thanks for the Glitch actually sent me some. We'll do some more blind sniffs because he sent me some inadvertently. We're going to turn it into a blind sniff because he sent me some along with a printed sheet. So I'll just cover them up as we go and just kind of go one by one. So we have more blind sniffs coming thanks to Glitch. I remember Mark Buxton, but never heard of most of those other houses. Me neither, honestly. I like my Mark Buxton Comme des Garçons too. I didn't hit the 1 hour mark, so it was a complete fail. Oh, dude. We're almost at an hour, and I'm not even through 2/6 of this video. Come on, Mark. That's good stuff. I'll check it out. I'll watch it whenever I get a sec. All right, I'm going to spray the next one on because we are almost at an hour mark, and we're not even halfway through. So we got number 9. Let's go. Left arm. Oh, this is the one with just barely any in here. This must be a rare one. Come on, gotta get every drop. Goodbye, number 9. Oh, oh, I like this. Armando pulling out the big guns for this video. What is this and why do I not have it, Armando? Text me what the hell this is so I can buy it before these vultures beat me to it. I'll leave number 8. I'll leave number 8, but number 9 I think I really want. Oh, this is so spicy. There's no way this is a vintage or a modern niche, dressed up as a vintage. This is a vintage fragrance through and through. Oh, how is there still stuff out there like this that I don't know? Has anyone heard about Lucien Ferrero brand? It's the personal brand of the guy who did One Man Show, and Par Amour pour Louis is supposed to be a modern take on O.R. Black. Wow, that's crazy. I love O.R. Black. O.R. Black is O.R. Black is one of the sleepers that I slept on for far too long. And that is a mistake I never plan on making again. Wow, this is really good. Number 9 is like spicy animalic in an 80s animalic way. There's this fuzzy animalicness that goes with this though. Whereas this really feels like a pure leather chypre. Number 9 feels more like a number 9 feels like there's some old school animalics in here. Don't feel very magic with this group. Thank you for the super chat, though. You guys don't have to do that. This is a hobby for me, not a business. So you do not have to super chat. I won't ask for it every 5 minutes, but I do appreciate it, and I do promise any super chats that are given to me or super stickers will go towards buying more fragrances. So yes, it will go back into the hobby. Where was I? Here I was. I'm in the middle of the top 50 mark. Nice pickups. I feel like a VIP. That's right. Oh, I mean, he's in my live stream, so I'm the one that feels like the VIP. Once I was editing the video, I was thinking to myself, how much just those bottles cost? And I had to double check my account to make sure I still have cash. Oh, man. There's no doubt about it. I guess if I ever got into a true cash bind, I could just start selling some of this stuff. But God, I don't know if I could let it go. I think I'd rather go into debt. That Nightfall Patchouli is a killer. Never smelled it. Just on the malls, I could have purchased a nice scooter. You could have got a Vespa. Got Azure on your recommendation. Absolutely love. My bottle is Parfum Clinique Spray Atomizer. I don't know how to tell from the atomizers, but if you got the older bottle like I did, it is stunning, Frag Doctor. It's actually one of my favorite leather sheep. Speaking of leather chypras, Azure in vintage form is one of the best fragrances I've ever smelled. You are the real MVP. There's no doubt. Is that OR Black the first? Or, I think I don't know. It has a short ingredient list. I'll show you right here. Sorry, my camera sucks ass. Maybe that's why I should spend my money on a new camera. But you can see the ingredient list is short. It just basically says SD alcohol 39-C and fragrance. And that's it. So I honestly don't know how old this is. I thought the very original bottles of Pascal Moribito's OR Black were in a built-in sprayer with a black, bottle. But they did make these special editions because Pascal Moribito was all about, see how these screws are all weird, like this kind of industrial design thing. He was all about that. He was all about this, like, this style of like of designer goods. This very metallic, like I don't even know what you would call this, but this kind of was his thing. Oh man. And this is a Jean-Louis Suizac too, so the fact that I slept on it so long, and he's one of my favorite perfumers of all time, I really kicked myself when I got this and realized what it was. I was like, you are an idiot, Ramsey. I felt like, you ever seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail, where they're like, the priests, there's a scene where they're like chanting with the books and then they like hit themselves with it. That's what I felt like doing with that. Like, just, I'm an idiot. I'm a moron. Like 15. Halfway, 90s mostly. We got to keep the Rams lights on. Got to pay the Enchante bills. Oh, yeah, that's right. We keep Anusian business. It's a community thing. We look out for each other. Sex on LSD is great, isn't it? So I've been told. Yes. Told. I'm really interested to see what the rest of that Carolina Herrera high-end line is like. Are they actually good or are they shite? I've never smelled one, but I assume they're going to be shite. No chance those are good. I like to swim in Ramsey samples. Look at them all. I mean, that's just some of them. You can't actually see, but there is an actual sample cabinet over here that is, I don't know, maybe this tall? Not this tall, but maybe this tall. And it's just samples. So probably like your setup. I've seen your sample crate you got back there, Mark. You'd be faster than Phelps. I do love it too. It is very underrated. Yeah, I have the OR Noir. That's a good shout, Jonathan. I actually, I've got the little mini here, but yeah, OR Noir shocked me how much I liked it. I obviously not as much as OR Black, because OR Black is the masculine, and that's kind of my thing. I like those old masculines. This is a feminine targeted fragrance, but it's got this aldehydic kind of sandalwood thing that is so good. Kind of like a better version of Chanel No. 5. You know, if someone sends it to me, I'll try it. Otherwise, I'm not giving LVMH any more of my money. I've got some vintage Guerlains coming. Some really good stuff. How is it? Haven't tried it, but interested to know. Persolays did a community post saying it's the best Abbey Rouge flanker in years, which doesn't say much when you really think about it, because the only Abbey Rouge flanker they put out in the last few years is the La Instinct or whatever, the one that smells like cannabis, and that was shite apparently. So if it's a similar bottle with the long ingredients list, it's the 2014 version, which is great as well. Yeah, I heard the long ingredient list was still good, but I've never smelled it. Any problems with old samples evaporating? Actually, no. I mean, I've been pretty lucky, but then again, I kind of treat my samples just. I said this on the stream the other day, and somebody was like, dude, I hope to get to your level one day. And I was like, no, I didn't mean it like that. But I was like, I don't buy samples anymore. And it's true, I don't, because I have so many people that have sent me samples and brands that have sent me sample sets and stuff like that, that I'm not buying samples. I'm not going to give some brand $18 for a sample. So yes, I'd rather do the Robes 08 and blind buy the damn thing. I'd just blind buy something, just get the whole bottle. It's a good shout. What is the newest release that Ram likes? All this vintage talk. Talk to me about some recent stuff. I don't honestly like very much recent stuff, but you can see the Rojas. I mean, I do like some Rojas. I just recently bought the snap cap version of Interlude. That's kind of newer, right? This came out 11 years ago. I love Amouage. I recently unboxed this, the vintage version of Roja Oman, with kind of the crazy looking cap. Before they changed it, made it uniform and gave it kind of the black plaque. So this is the older version of Oman. That's some new stuff, but most of my heart is with vintage. You know. Oh, I got Amber Absolute the other day. Robes, you'll love that as a Tom Ford lover. But yeah, there's not. I mean, I wear modern stuff. Like today, I wore this. This is a 2015 release. This is Luban's Upper 10, and I actually don't like it. I'm thinking about selling it. If anyone wants to buy this, get at me. Just know that I plan on reviewing it first, so more sprays will come out of it, but it's probably 95% full, and I have no clue how much these go for. So, I mean, I'll give you a great deal if you want it. They say that it's the best flanker they have put out in years. Yeah, I've heard that shit before, though. It's Overture Man. Yeah, Overture Man's a good one. Yep, for sure. Finally found Poivre Samarkand, but in Mexico. Can't wait to go so I can use my bottle. I put gas tape on my samples. That's way too much work. I don't have that type of patience, Paroli. But yes, if you have that type of patience. There's a good shout, Dushan. Yeah, Mark, have you smelled Eugene's fragrances? La Dulec Skis, Bellam, and Armando. I owe you those samples, by the way. I will get those out very soon. You wanted something else, though. Text me and let me know what you wanted, and I'll send it to you with the LDE samples. I just have to put it all together. I have the Les Abstraits samples set aside already for you. You should try Xenu. Interesting. I found some Arige sample sets that I think Russian Adam sent to me so many years ago, and sadly, oh, dude, you're gonna make me cry over that one. That's. I don't think I can. I don't think I can hear that. Those are the words that cannot be heard. Yeah, no, Robes is good people, and he's honest. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing, honestly. Honestly, it's honesty. It's just being honest. Whether it's saying something is good that everyone thinks is shit, or whether it's saying something is shit that everyone is hyping. It's just being honest and trusting your own nose. And people, I think, appreciate that. That's why they watch stuff like this. They just want an honest opinion. And what they get 99% of the time on YouTube now is some shill that is doing it for the company and not, and not doing it for the love of fragrances or for themselves or being honest to themselves. Yeah, alarm bell indeed. I have no faith in LVMH GMG. Monstera is really nice. I was hoping for some Herrera Bad Boy. No, you'll never hear that shit, dude. No, you're on the wrong channel for that one. No Herrera Bad Boy here. What else did I buy that's new? Let me peruse the. I mean, I like Creeds. That's kind of new. I like Creed. I'm with you. I kind of like Creeds. What else did I buy that's a newer release? I like the Dior Homme line. I have all the Dior Hommes. Those are good. Yeah, Monsters is nice. I have Uomo. It's really nice. Interesting. I think there's a lot of great new stuff, but to each their own. There's so much damn stuff. There's so much damn stuff. No, you're exactly right. You can never try everything. Finally got your nose on Amber Absolute. The community is having an effect on you. What do you mean? Amber Absolute is like fucking impossible to find. It took me 3 years to find the damn thing. Dessandra's, Le du Exquise. Just got my vintage Bel Ami in today. I now understand why you are so in love. It is amazing, is it not? That fucking like smoky, leathery, woody. Oh, I love Bel Ami. I absolutely love Bel Ami. Which one did you get? Did you get the shaker or the first reform glitch? The more you wear it, the more you'll love it too. Thank you, FCM. Much obliged, sire. If you like Bel Ami, while you still can, go get Bel Ami Vetiver. Because I think that's one of the best flankers ever done. Ever. Fahrenheit 2019 bottle? Yes. Yeah, Fahrenheit. Modern Fahrenheit is still good, for sure. Synthetic Jungles? Some of Les Indemodables? Yeah, Les Indemodables, that's a good shout, Paroli. Second Chance, it's great off the paper. You have a bottle. Yeah, this is you are smelling my kind of fragrance right there. Like, I love leather chypres. Oh, I know you are. I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't change anyways, but yeah, there's a lot of people that like that stuff, and I just can't. I mean, if I'm gonna wear a designer, honestly, I love my silver stem Dior Homme. I actually like Dior Homme Intense and Dior Homme Parfum. I like those. I have the vintage version of Dior Homme Parfum. I think it's fantastic. If someone mentioned Fahrenheit, there's just so, but then once you get into that designer realm, it's so easy to go then back in time. Because back in the day, everything was designer. There was no niche. I would just wear Balenciaga Pour Homme or, Trussardi Uomo or Fendi Uomo, or there was just so many. Moschino Pour Homme, like, someone mentioned Bel Ami. Glitch mentioned Bel Ami earlier. I love Bel Ami. It's one of my favorite leathers of all time. Antaeus, and then you're just right back into the vintage realm again. So it's just, I don't think I could separate them, and sometimes in my head I try, like sometimes I'll say, okay, I wore a niche fragrance yesterday. Today I'm going to wear a vintage. And then tomorrow I'm going to wear a designer. But then when I start looking at the designers, I'm like, well, fuck, I just want to wear a vintage, you know, like, but I will say this, there is a little bit of a change happening in Ram because I have been becoming more and more of an oud head. I've been wearing more and more of like Bortnikovs and Arige Ladores and Ensar ouds. And someone sent me, I think it was Eddie, Senator Eddie sent me this little 0.3 gram thing from Rising Phoenix called Mitikina King from 2017. And holy shit, this is good. Just one swipe, just like one swipe at night, and you're like, oh, fuck, it's unbelievable. It's so potent and powerful and lasts forever. Lasts, you know, when I can smell it in the morning when I wake up easy. And so yes, I am I'm becoming a little bit of an oud head. And I'm starting to understand why Russian Adam says he thinks oud is the very top ingredient. So even though my heart's with vintage, I'm starting to love oud more and more. Okay, I have to know what this is, Armando. This is really good. Really good. Oh shit. Um okay, there's a lot of them. I think this has been on my wish list. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone. You guys can't see it, but Armando texted me what it is. And God, I feel like I should buy this before I tell you guys what this is. Because the floodgates are gonna open. I'm not gonna be able to get my bottle. Screw it. I'll throw a low ball offer out there. If he accepts it, I'll get it. If not, it wasn't meant to be. All right, so this is number 9 is a vintage. It's one that was actually on my wish list for a while, and it is this. Can you guys see that? 1980s bottle. Jean-Louis Trintignant Parfum. Jean-Louis Trintignant. This was on my actual wish list. I've never smelled it before till now. Fuck, it's good. It is from 1984. And it's funny because if you look it up, it actually only has one note listed, which is musk. But I think that's the biggest bunch of BS ever because there's like green touches, there's animalic touches, there's woody touches, there's spicy touches. Like it smells like you can pick out smoky, woody, animalic. It's so 80s. Obviously, there is a musk accord, but it just feels like one piece of a bigger puzzle. And I wonder if base notes is different because that's on Parfumo. I wonder if base notes is different. Let's see. Let's see if it also only shows musk as the only note here. Base notes is so slow compared to Parfumo, though. It's like 4 times slower. Jean Louis. Nope, it's not even showing up. Let's see. Trint. There it is. All right, let's see what base note says about Jean-Louis Trintignant Parfum from 1984. Yeah, there's a J.J. Colburn article or, comment on it, very first thing. And then Darvin, who's like very well known in base notes. Spicy, earthy, austere, big fragrance, classic, gorgeous elixir, grand vibe like Mitsuko. Yeah, doesn't smell like anything like Mitsuko, but it does have a grand vibe about it. hard just to describe creation released back in '84. Reminiscent of classics like Cartier, Santos de Cartier. This is much more animalic than Cartier, though, than Santos. Maybe it has some of those spices, but I would maybe lump it in more with, what does this smell like? I don't know. Maybe a little bit like, maybe there's like a little bit of this late 70s feel to it. You know, think about like Punjab by Capucci or something like that, but with maybe like an 80s musky spicy thing going on. It's good. This is really good stuff. Yeah, this is good. I don't know if that guy will accept my offer, but I tried. Trudon candles on the way. Interesting, FCM. I like a lot of creeds, actually, even after everybody throwing tomatoes to their faces. I like my creeds too. I don't think I'll ever buy any more, but the ones I have, I'll wear them. They will get worn. There's a new Nasomato that was released. I heard about that. Yeah, it's got like a penis cap. Bellamy Vetiver, yes, do it. Best flanker. I think it's one of the best flankers ever made. Just have Galen make you some Amber Absolute. He has the formula. Hindu grass. Yeah, I've heard about that. I've never smelled it. Did you already sniff that D600? I've been on the fence for ages. No, I have not. I have not at all. Cheers. That's right. Thanks, Robes. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate that, brother. Ariza Legrand, there's so much good stuff still out there. Yeah, I have, Nick sent me a sample of Chypre Mousse, the one that I've been on the fence about blind buying forever. So I'm going to do a video on this one day soon. I'm going to wear this as my scent of the day, do a video on it. And yeah, I love stuff like this because I can do a video on a fragrance I don't have in my collection. So, and put my thoughts out there to the ethosphere. I blind bought Signor Vivada on your recommendation. Love that shit. That's awesome, dude. Honestly, it's one of the best finds of the year for me. It is unbelievable. If Anuj still has bottles, go buy them all right now. Buy them all. Oh, fuck. That's like a Diaghilev. That's like a Diaghilev sniff right there when you're just like, fuck. Oh, man. Wow. Signor Vivada. It's the first reform. Couldn't find a shaker. The first reform is awesome. I actually think it's a little bit more wearable. I used to think it was my favorite version, and it may still be. It's really, really good. They did a great job with that first reform. But if you like that, go grab Bellamy Vetiver while you can for $100 or whatever it is. Screw your LVMH, and I'm done with your wallets too. Yeah, LVMH, man. I don't know, Bobby. Bellamy current version. Haven't sniffed vintage. Want to? I do refer Bellamy to Bellamy Vetiver, but we'll still get it. Yeah. Yep. Vintage bully. I think there's only one. I don't think it was ever really reformed. Yeah, I think you can just go buy it. It's the exact same as the one I had years ago. Yeah, it's good to hear, Paroli. I'm with you, Omar. I always dislike Creed's lying, and newest bottles have been IFRA mandated to death, but I do like many of their frags, mostly made by Guy Bourdon. Yeah. If you like Bourdon, you might check out Jill Sander Man 3. It's not bad. It's very 80s, very Bourdon-esque. You know, he was searching for that new version of freshness. It's very Caesar's Man. All right, 3 down. I'm going to get 4 on the skin. So number 11. We're going to go right arm. All right, number 11. Don't let us down. My nose is starting to clog up again, though. I've been having these allergies lately. It's the reason I've been putting this video off for so long. Is my nose was not cooperating, and I didn't want to do this halfway. I wanted to make sure I was at least mostly there. At least mostly my nose was in the game. Ooh, that's good too. Armando coming strong today. Oh, very interesting. I mean, this feels vintage too. There haven't been very many curveballs on this one, Armando. Is the next one I'm coming up to a Boadicea the Victorious or some shit like that? Some what's that house that I could not stand? Fragrance du Bois. Am I gonna run into a Fragrance du Bois fragrance here or something? Just spicy, woody, very good. Very vintage smelling. Oh, my nose is starting to clog though. Apologies for clearing my schnoz in y'all's ear. Good info indeed. Southern Italy smells on Bel Ami from the shaker. There you can find it. Yes, it's true. That's where I got my 200 ml bottle for like $220. Gonna move up. We're gonna move it up the list. Rising Phoenix, shout out. He's a good source for naturals. That's good to hear. I want to smell more of his ouds. I'm really taken with his whatever that is. I assume it's just like an oud oil. The vintage has a slightly different label, but I think it's pretty much the same. I think it's pretty much the same too, yeah. Bel Ami Vetiver is great indeed. Looks like they are discontinuing the line, so I would act quick. Agreed. Equipage Uranium is gone, and that's a good one too. I actually like that more than Equipage. True, the retail prices are insane, but they have great discounts in Facebook or other websites. Motif Olfactif sent swipes of the original oud he used in his perfume for the American perfumer. Awesome to experience it on its own. I am really loving experiencing oud on its own. Russian Adam sent me a bunch of those just individual ouds, and I wear them to bed all the time. It's bliss. Just wearing individual oud on its own like that. It can get very expensive, but I love it. Rose, before you go, do you still have Green Valley? God, him and his fucking Green Valley. Lucky bastard. Green Valley is on the unicorn list. Good shout. Back in those days, they never listed the notes. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but there's way more than musk here. I calmed down my oud phase, but my drawer is still full of some wild stuff. I went deep. Ooh. If you ever want to sell any of those, FCM, buy 9. You'll never see it again, ever. I put the offer in. I put the offer in, whether the damn guy accepts it or not. He's a bastard. I know that guy. He always fights me over like $5 too. I always try to give him like at least a little better deal for myself, and he never accepts it. Hello all. Actually, they did on testers, but it's a tough job to track them all down. Graham has a lot of creeds, a lifetime. Yeah, I've got a lifetime supply. Vivara, you say? Are you not familiar with that, FCM? Bel Ami Vetiver is the easiest office wear, but both are amazing. Yeah, Vetiver's easier to wear to the office for sure. Gonna head out. Thanks for being here. Got my Bel Ami second version for basically free. In Mexico, we can find vintages for crazy prices. Don't tell me that, Omar. Do not tell me that. Unless you're going to send me like a listing of Mexican eBays that I can search through, or Mexican Mercari that I can look through and tell you to buy some stuff for me. I don't want to know. Don't tell me. I don't want to know. Thanks, Dushan. On it. Does anyone know if Aramis Tobacco Reserve smells similar to Chergui? No, I wouldn't say they smell similar. I mean, if you really squint your eyes and clog one nostril or something, but yeah, I wouldn't have made that connection personally. No, Chergui is much closer to this, my friend. Hang on. Uno momento. Chergui is much closer to Valutes. So if you're looking for a shed ghee kind of replacement with this honey iris, tobacco, and you're looking for something close to shed ghee, I would rather you go with volutes if you're trying to stay in that shed ghee territory. Now, I think Aramis Tobacco Reserve is a fantastic fragrance, but I wouldn't put it in the shed ghee category. Tobacco Reserve. Remember when you can get this for like $30, $40? No one wanted it. They were at discounters. Now morons are selling this for like $300. It is 110 mil, so you do get an extra 10 mil. But yeah, sometimes people are just crazy with the prices. There's a little bit of freshness to number 11 coming through now, Armando. A little freshness coming through. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. There's a little freshness coming through. I wonder if this is a late 80s fragrance when they were starting to mix some of those fresher notes in, Many thanks, sir. Don't remind me. I was out for a few years only. It was out for a few years only. Yes, that's true. I love it, but I haven't worn it in a long time. Tobacco Reserve. I love Tobacco Reserve in the cool weather because it has this like tonka. This is actually a very brave release. I think this was very against the grain of what was coming out in 2018. But there was this like tonka, blackcurrant, tobacco, and iris, if I recall. But it's a gorgeous tobacco and a beautiful use of tonka. That is a great example of how to use modern tonka well. Not too sweet. There is some sweetness, but not too sweet. Yeah, great winter fragrance. Shame they discontinued that. Must not have sold at all. Good morning, Stan. Yes, it's been a while, hasn't it? Good to see you. Boadicea. All right, let's see what the hell this number 11 is. Number 11, here we go. Ooh, never even heard of this. Perac, Homme, 1980s bottle, Parfums Perac. Perac. Interesting. This is good. I like it. I don't know if I love it, but I like it. Let's see if there's anything floating around out there. Parfums Perac. Perac pour homme. There's some stuff floating around. Interesting. Ah, the bastard. It's the same guy. It's the same seller. He's got that one too. All right, I made him an offer. I made him an offer on both. Let's see if he accepts them. If he tries to lowball me back, I'm just gonna ignore him. I can't stand that guy. Okay. Good stuff. It's been a vintage blind sniffing. All right, let's see what we have next. Number 12. We're gonna go bicep on number 12. Please don't let this be the curveball niche. The curveball niche. Oh, Civetti. Number 12 is like, oh, wow. The fuck, is this Kouros or what? What is number 12, Armando? Did you just like throw Kouros in here? What the fuck? That is very Civetti. Is that like a Kouros clone? What are you? What did you have already? Something interesting? Lots of something interestings. We had number 5, which was Jill Sander Man Absolute, which is a discontinued 2008 Jill Sander fragrance. Actually, I was pretty proud of myself. I think I called it pretty good. I said that it smelled like Rocco Bar, which has this cedar, violety, benzoin-y thing with, green fir balsams with oud. And that's actually exactly what it was. There was oud in the base. Yeah, I don't think I would go for a bottle of that. That even though it's discontinued, it's kind of more of a modern release. Jill Sanders stuff is better like pre-1993, I think. And then we had number 8, which was a niche fragrance. Armando says it's discontinued, which maybe it is. Parfumo says it's still being produced, but it was Biehl Parfum, and it was AL03, which was a leather sheeper. I really like this one. Smells very 80s. Smells like Jill Sanders Man Pure, but I think I'd rather just have a bottle of Man Pure if I can find. And then we went with, I think, the winner so far, which is number 9, which is Jean-Louis Trintignant. 80s bottle, discontinued. I really like this one. And probably runner-up would be number 11, which I just did. And that was the one that was Perac. Parac pour homme, an 80s bottle. Perac pour homme. So, and then I just sprayed number 12, which, God, it smells like fucking Kuros. I mean, God, it really smells like Kuros. Is this not Kuros? I have a feeling it's not going to be Kuros, but what the fuck is this? I've never smelled this before. It smells very similar to Kuros. I mean, it's good. I like Kuros. I just don't know if I would need something this similar. Let's see what the hell this is. Kuros Eau de Sport. Oh, shit. 90s batch. Parfums Corp. Discontinued. I've never smelled Kuros Eau de Sport. It's like I forget there's even flankers of Kuros. It's like my brain has completely written off all Kuros flankers because I'll just wear Kuros. That's the thing about Kuros to me is while this would be cool to have, I don't know if I need it because in the moment when I would wear this, like let's say I wanted to wear Kuros in August, right? And I would reach for Kuros Eau de Sport. I'll just wear Kuros. I think Kuros is a year-round fragrance. Fuck it. But yeah, this is good. It smells like Kuros. I can't say I get much more freshness. Let's see what else is in here. Kuros Eau de Sport. Kuros Eau de Sport. 1986. I think this is the one. I think if I did buy one flanker, though, of Kuros, I think this would be it. But 1990 batch, Parfums Corp. Artemisia, frankincense, carnation, coriander, forest herbs, galbanum, jasmine, musk, oak moss, patchouli, rose, vanilla, and vetiver. Yeah, I mean, it's just even these Oda Sports go for crazy money. I would totally rock this. I would totally rock this and wear it and enjoy it and all that stuff. But yeah, it's a tough call for me because honestly, I would just wear Kouros. It's Ramadan season. From my experience, this is a time when all the oud vendors have the best sales. Ensar Sharif, interesting. Thanks for that, FCM. I'm not that into oud yet to know, but that's good stuff. Appreciate that. Yeah, has been so well used for essentially no idea how they managed. They screwed it up royally. They absolutely annihilated Tonka. Modern Tonka is one of my most feared ingredients because it always comes off smelling disgustingly sweet. Yeah, they make many Tonka syrupy sick these days. Yes, they did. Exciting FCM as a longtime Joy Amin friend and fan. I know that Ramadan be big. Yes, that's right. I just know it for the oud sales. Slightly diluted. Yeah, I mean, this just smells like Kuros, honestly. I mean, maybe since I have the juice, there's still enough for some more sprays. Maybe I'll do a comparison video one day between Oda Sport and Kuros. But God, there is not very much difference to my nose just without having actual Kuros on the other hand or other skin. This just smells like. I mean, it smells amazing, but it just smells like Kuros. Pineapple? No, I don't get any pine. I don't think there is any pineapple in this one. This is the Oda Sport, which came out in '86. So Kuros came out in '81. This was the first sport flanker they made. The advertisement is fucking brilliant. It's like a man wearing a white like Lacoste polo, '80s, fitting snug, and he's like reaching up to the blue. There's like a blue sky behind him, and he's like reaching up like he's either reaching for something, like he's using the Kouros Sport bottle to like reach for something, or he's like holding it up to the sky like a trophy. What a brilliant advertisement. I love '80s advertisements. Back before everyone was fucking offended at everything and they had to account for everyone's feelings. I don't know, Paroli. I don't know if I would go eat because I don't really want a fucking sport flanker. I just want Kuros. Oda Sport would do it for me. I think this would be the one I would go for. I just dropped $600 on a full bottle of Diaghilev. I am 8 bottles deep on the Ramsey persuasion list and haven't been disappointed yet. It is a pricey buy, but $600 is a great price. I hope you got it from someone you trust, though. That's the only thing is you don't want to spend that much dough on a fragrance and have it be weird or something. I think it's twice a year. Ah, yes, it was a celebrity fragrance, wasn't it? Yes. You know what? I think we might have found the one fragrance that can compete with Pavarotti for the best celebrity fragrance of all time. I think we might have found the one. This Jean-Louis Trintignant can compete. This is really fucking good. And I'm not going to say any more because all you bastards are going to go beat me to it, but it is really good. That's good stuff right there, boys and girls. Sorry. Message. What's that message? Don't leave. Hang on. I have to respond.
This was my criticism.
Advertisement. Sorry. Uno momento. Okay. Sorry about that. All right. I sent you a photo on Instagram. And let me check it. Back to the phone. Yes. I saw that. I saw that. Dushan, thank you. You're winning. Nice to get you live. I'm also doing some comparing of some 20s, 30s vintages. Interesting to see how similar they are to each other. Interesting indeed, Davalong. Thanks for being here. Ah, Guerlains. Yes, I do love vintage Guerlains. Most of all the vintage fragrances are discontinued more than the newer fragrances and much harder to find, although some of the newer fragrances, yeah, the vintages are harder to find for sure. I was told it had pineapple, allegedly. I don't get a pineapple-y thing, but that doesn't mean anything. That Eau de Sport had a plastic bottle, still hold the juice pretty well. Yes, it did have a plastic bottle. You're right. Kouros Fraîcheur from the 90s flanker that had the pineapple. Yeah, that's what I thought too, John. Thank you. 80s ads were the best. Smart Texan. Yes, they were the best. I think the 80s were just the best. I think I was born in the wrong decade. I was a youngin' though. Dang ancient. Unheard of. It took me years to buy it because the price was $1,050 and it's probably even more. No, it's still $1,050. But now there are discounters, Phyllis, and so yeah, I mean, no, hardly anyone pays retail. You know, Roja probably dumps 100 bottles at half price, you know, and the retailers make the $100 or the discounters make the extra $100 or something. Yes, lick the stream for our team. Thank you, Dushan. I like this Eau de Sport Kuros. God damn it. God damn you, Armando. God, fuck. Now I feel like I need a bottle of this. I was good having no sport flankers, none. Fuck. I got mine for $5.70. Joma Shop had it for that price. Joma Shop, interestingly enough, here's something I'll run by you guys. Joma Shop reached out to me and they were like, hey, we would love to coordinate with you on, you know, I don't know if they like build a page. So they like build a Ramsey the Ram page. My head hurt when I read it. And they were like, yeah, and you'll get like 7.5% commission on it, on anything that people buy using that link. And I was like, but I've never used you guys before, and I know nothing about you. I can't really say anything good about you unless I know about you. Can you send me some, like, you know, do you have like a budget to send me some free bottles so I can at least say that I've, you know, got some stuff from you before? And they never responded. I was like, I can't do like an affiliate link with a company I've never worked with before. I mean, I hear okay things about Joma Shop, but I've never actually used them myself. So I don't know if I really want to put myself out there. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I will one day. I don't know. I don't want to come across as too businessy though. I mean, if it's just like leaving a URL in the description and picking 25 of my favorite fragrances that they have and putting them on some Ramsey the Ram URL, I don't know. Maybe I would do that, but other than that, I don't know. I'm torn. But I thought it was funny they reached out to me. I'm like, dude, I'm like nobody. I've got like, I don't even have 4,000 subscribers. I'm sure there are much, you know, some of these girl YouTubers that start, they have 10,000 subscribers in like a month. Fuck right up, right? That's what I said. At least give me 10, the bastards. Gray market watch retail. They've grown all sorts of luxury gray market goods. Love their prices. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Eau de Sport goes for the same prices of the OG, so you better not like it that much. Yeah, that's what I hear. Yeah, it's probably worth the same as the OG, to be honest with you. All right, good stuff. At least you're having a great time smelling yourself, with which, by the way, has been a lot of fun. Thank you, Phyllis. Yes, that's the whole point of this, to share my experience, and that leaves the bonus. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. The bonus. The bonus. Let's see what the bonus is. Gotta try these on skin. You have to do these impressions on skin. I feel like paper ruins it. All right, let's see what this is. What is this, a Roja? Is this a Roja? Armando, you trying to trick me with a Roja? Is this a Roja or like a Boadicea the Victorious? Which one? What is this? Or is this some sort of frankincense-y? It smells very incense-y, but kind of like that within the last 6 years Middle Eastern rich frankincense thing, you know? That's why I'm thinking this is a Boadicea the Victorious or a Roja, like maybe one of his Middle Eastern brands, maybe one of his Middle Eastern like line that I've never smelled. Which ones have I never smelled? I've never smelled Bahrain. I've never smelled. Let me look them up. I'll tell you. I will tell you which ones I've never smelled from the Roja Middle Eastern line. Kingdom of Bahrain. This could easily be Kingdom of Bahrain. It smells very Roja-esque. That's already on my wish list. Kingdom of Bahrain. I've never smelled that one. I've never smelled. Thank God Parfumo updates quickly. Roja also has a million freaking fragrances. I've never smelled Kuwait. This could be Kuwait. It could be Qatar. I don't think I've smelled Qatar. I've never smelled Bahrain, Kuwait, Qatar. Or it could be one of those semi-bespokes. He's got like a million of those semi-bespokes I've never smelled. That's my guess. It's one of these 3 Rojas that I've never smelled. That's my guess. I've used Joma Shop when I was big into watches, bought 2 Omegas from them, and I must say they are top notch. Okay, good to know. Don't sell your soul, Ramsey. Is that selling my soul? I mean, the good thing about a place like that is that if they sent me some bottles, I could say whatever the fuck I want about them because they don't care whether I say good or bad things about the fragrances. All they want is that I say, I got it from Joma Shop. You know what I mean? So that's actually the best situation to be in. I want discounters to send me stuff. I would love it if fragrancebuy.ca or something offered to send me some free bottles. Because all they care about is the brand getting the recognition. They don't care whether I say good or bad things about the fragrance. So, yeah, maybe I'll have a conversation with Joma Shop. But I also want to use them first. I want at least to get something first so I can at least say Taif. No, it's not. I've already done a video on that, FCM. You can check it out. Is legitimately a good place to get many variety of things for solid prices. I bought a couple watches. Nice. Yeah, well, maybe I can get some free stuff from them. Dang, I want Bahrain. I do too. Bahrain's on the list. Good evening, Rock. Rock is always welcome. Yes. Rock City. Is Roja selling his brand? It certainly feels like he already sold it, doesn't it? Like the way it's being run, it feels like And that new Oligarch release, did you guys see that? They re-released Oligarch under a new name, and it's called what did they release Oligarch under? They released it under Roja Parfums. Isola Blue, one of the worst freaking names I've ever heard in my life. Isola Blue. I'm going to forever call that fragrance Oligarch just to piss them off. Like, what a bunch of... I mean, it's a name of a fragrance. Seriously? You had to change the name? Get the fuck out of here. The Ashton formula for promotion. I dig it. Heck, Robezo 8 did it first. Yeah, I dig it too. I would do it too. I just didn't think anyone of that caliber would be interested in me. At least not yet. That's true. That's it. That's the way I look at it too. And it's not like it's coming from a brand where they expect me to say good things about it. I can say whatever I want about the frags they send. Tell them to send you some Omegas first. Can I get some Tissot's and maybe a couple of the what's that watch company that I like? I don't know why I'm looking up there like they're up there. Some Breitlings. Can I get a couple of Breitlings? It is just amazing that there are thousands of fragrances out there and lots of us who own more than we need, but it enables us frag heads. Yes, it does. Isola Blue. What a freaking awful name. One of the worst names I've ever heard. Isola Blue. BLU. Ugh. Hideous. 3 new watches. It's like when Joy Amin does one of his videos and he's like, it is, oh, look at that. It's 11:50 in where is he? Bangladesh or something? He like shows the watch. Oh, look at that. It's 11:50. You guys see that? Happy with my Oligarch. Not a blue scent by any sky. Yeah, I'm happy with my Oligarch too. Yeah, this is more of like I think this is more of like a fruity Chypre, actually. A little bit of Terre Hermes, just a little bit. Hope Roja didn't sell his brand to L'Oreal. Oh, God. I mean, hell, at this point, you might as well just sell it to the highest bidder, whoever the hell that is. Maybe you can get $1 billion like fucking Creed, like Olivier Creed. Can't believe Olivier Creed's a billionaire. Can't believe I helped Olivier Creed become a billionaire. Forget Omega. Tell them you want a Patek. Yeah, that's right. Give me a $50,000 Patek or I'm out. Oligarch is the most hated one in Ukraine. I mean, there goes my plug. I mean, I don't think they're. I don't think they are. Under the radar or anything. I've just never used them before personally. I almost used them, but I've never actually pulled the trigger on using them. So yeah. I mean, I wrote them back, so it's in there. The ball's in their court. The ball is in their court, and I'm not going to buy anything from them. So if they want this partnership, I mean, hell, they reached out to me. If they want it, send me some shit so I can say, hey, I got some stuff from you. Because I'm not going to do a partnership with someone I've never actually. I mean, how shady would that be? Like, go to Joma shop, and I've never actually used them. You know. All right, let's see what the hell this bonus frag is. I'm guessing it's a Roja. What do you think? Oh, it's a fucking Boadicea the Victorious. God damn it. Well, I was sort of right. I did say, is it a Roja or a Boadicea? Not bad for a blind sniff. Actually, this one's not bad. I've found Boadicea the Victorious fragrances are great for the first 2 hours. And after that, they completely fall apart. 100% fall apart. Some 100 ml malls I got for $150 on and on with the deals. Really nice. I am hunting vintage malls, unfortunately, and that is a tougher thing to come across. But yes, let's look up this complex. Boadicea, the Victorious Complex. Smells like a Roja. 2008, spicy, leathery, sage, basil, frankincense, violet, leather, oud, musk. Yeah, it's good. It smells like a Middle Eastern line Roja. It's got that oud, frankincense. It's good. It's just, what will this be like in 3 hours? Probably not so good. Isola Blue means Blue Island. I don't get that at all with Oligarch. I think that's a terrible rename. Unless they reformulated the fragrance, which they claim they haven't. But who makes Boadicea? Who is the nose? It's hidden. They don't tell you. It's one of those, I'm the brand owner and I work with these perfumers, but I work with them because I'm the brand owner stories. We should have seen that coming by the smile near the bonus. Yes, that's right. the extremely devious looking smile right there, just like and just in case you missed it, just like evil incarnate right there. I'm happy that I haven't seen Olivier Greed in Monaco. He isn't rich enough. He's a billionaire. He's rich enough. Yeah, he's rich enough, dude. He just lives in a castle, which is exactly what I would do if I was a billionaire. Wouldn't you just live in a fucking castle with just people bringing everything, your every need to your front door? Oh, that's a good question. I'm looking for Portrait of a Lady, pre-Estee Lauder. I'm looking for The Night pre-Estee Lauder. No, I'm not asking for big things, right? And just Portrait of a Lady in The Night pre-Estee Lauder, please. Sure, just send them over. I'll just give you my address. Send them over. I'll stop at one more. I got Burlington 1819 for $260. What do those go for normally? I thought they were only like $300. I agree about Boadicea. I like them, but they disappear quickly. They not only disappear quickly, they dissipate. Like the fragrance falls apart. Like they put all of their effort into the opening, and it's a beautiful opening. But if I'm going to spend $500 on a fragrance, let's see how much Complex is. Boadicea, the Victorious. And they have like 10,000 fragrances. 136 fragrance products to look through. Okay. Complex. How am I going to find this? There's like 1,000,000 fragrances. Show more. Show more. Complex 2020? Or Complex 2008? There's a Complex 2020, Armando. Here we go. Original Complex. $210. Okay, it's one of the cheaper ones. Sorry, 210 pounds. So it's a little bit more, but it's at least it's not one of the $700 ones. I'd live in Isola Blue. Yeah, exactly. If I was a billionaire. Vintage Pal comes to your IG. I'm scared at the price. That's That's badass, but terrifying. How much do they want? Probably a lot, eh? Probably a lot. $246 to be exact. I think they go for $400. They go for $400. That easy to wear summer scent he's got going on is a $400 scent. That citrusy thing, insane. Yes, that's right. We don't know the price. That is in Monaco. Oh shit. Wow. That's badass, Dushan. I would totally go for some of those matte cap portrait of a ladies. That's badass. Store was closed. Wonder if they know what they have. Wonder if they're like double the price of portrait of a lady. That's some serious hunting. And I found one on eBay and I bickered with the guy and then it sold. Like I fucking like tried to argue over $100. I should have just bought it. But that's me in a nutshell. Yep, I'm always trying to get a deal. Even when I have a deal, I'm always trying to get a better deal. And I lost a lot of I've literally lost fragrances arguing over like $10 before. Seriously. I'm not proud to say that, but I absolutely have. I wouldn't mind the perfumers getting rich. Yeah, that's true. When did Maw get sold to Louder? 2017, I think, or something like that. 17, 18, 16, 17, 18. I'd have to look. Let's see. 2015, it was announced. 2016 was the first Estee Lauder fragrance in Monsieur. Buy Duck's bottle. I can. He can't ship it to me. My luck, I'd buy it and he'd have it like 2 years in the future before it could get to me. It's all about the deal. We got to do it. This is true. Oh shit, I don't know. Well, now that we're talking about it, I mean, I don't know. It wasn't 50 cents. It was like $100. But it was the night. Yeah, I found a pre-Estee Lauder bottle of the night that I lost out on because I was trying to save an extra $100. Granted, $100 is $100, but still, I've spent $100 on shit I don't even care about, and I could have had that version of the night that I'm looking for. At least it didn't go to L'Oreal. Yeah, forget them. They make the worst reformulations. They make the absolute worst reformulations. Ram, what's your Insta? Ramsey the Ram. Smells good. Can you believe some asshole had Ramsey the Ram? How dare he? How dare he have Ramsey the Ram? So I had to throw in a smells good at the end because I couldn't think of anything else. I don't do very much on there though. Mostly it's just so people can write me. I don't post very many pictures or anything like that. If Duck isn't too into his vintage the night, I'd hassle him to eventually sell it to you. Well, shit, the problem is getting it. Can't get it. Unless one of our perfume godparents heads over to England and hauls it back over like they did with the haul that ended up netting me his bottle of Shalimar, which he decided he did not like, which is still... I love Shalimar. And so yes, unless we find a mule who's going to like haul it back across the ocean to the US and then ship it to me, good luck getting it out of England. England is like, you know, they're perfume Nazis in England. Oh shit, I just said that word. I bet you the stream's gonna get flagged now. They're gonna demonetize it. Bastard YouTube. I have found a bottle, Dushan. Don't worry. You don't have to find that one. That one is coming. I have found a bottle that's coming in an upcoming haul. I feel like robes. I got to check my bank account to make sure there's still money in there after all the money I've spent. Oh, but yes, yeah, no. England is it's like a prison for perfumes. You can get it in, but you cannot get it out. That would be cool. I would love to go visit Rich sometime in England. Probably it would have to be a couple years though. Every 5 years, there's like a hair in my face. Every 5 years, I get a sabbatical, and so maybe it would be a possibility whenever I get my sabbatical. So yes, all I can smell right now, just so you guys know, with all the shit on me, because it went on the bicep, all I can smell is Kouros Eau de Sport. This is a fucking amazing fragrance. I don't know if I need it because I just wear Kuros, but God, this is good. This has been a winning stream, Armando. I want to do Sean. I will see Rachel next year in Slovenia. That's badass. Yes, that's right. Yep. That's the advantage of having a channel. I will tell you that. That is the advantage of having a channel, is people do come to me, and I get very lucky as far as like finding stuff, and people in different countries finding stuff for me, and stuff like that. Because I'm not very technologically savvy. There are some people that'll go to the different countries' eBays and look, and I don't have time for that. But if someone reaches out, they're like, "Hey, man, there's this. Do you want it?" Then that's a little different. But so yeah, a good thing indeed. It's a good thing to have so many good perfume friends. Vlad's in the house. Vlad made my beautiful portrait of the Sistine Chapel with the Antaeus bottle in the middle. Still think that's one of the most badass things I've ever seen. I love that. A beautiful intro to the channel. Thank you again, Vlad. That's very, very kind of you. I hate to say goodbye as soon as Vlad shows up, but we have been going for over 2 hours now, and that was a very I would say I got to smell a bunch of stuff I've never smelled before. A lot of vintages. I made some offers on the two I really like, so we'll see if the guy accepts it. If not, I'm not going to chase him. I don't think. I have spent a lot of dough lately, but yes. So thanks for watching, everybody. Do lick the stream on your way out. Time flew by today, indeed. Yes, that painting. Yes, that was Vlad's work. Lick the stream on the way out. It does help the YouTube algorithm. And hopefully more streams to come. Appreciate everyone watching. Cheers, guys. And have a happy Easter tomorrow. Bye-bye.